Alright guys, how's it going and welcome to my predicted starting 11 for Manchester United in FIFA 17. So yeah, we're going to start with Man United, a team that I support, so obviously I know a little bit more about them. So yeah, let's get right into the team. At goalkeeper we have got David De Gea, another great season, and yet again he has proved that he is potentially the best goalkeeper in the world. Like, I still can't get over that save in the semi-final, FA Cup semi-final against Lukaku. That was honestly one of the best moments of my life. You could tell that he was moving the minute he was about to hit the ball. So if Lukaku put it the other way, he would look really embarrassed. But that was really good work from him, and I'm so happy that he saved it because it potentially got, the save that got us to the FA Cup final and won it. So I'm very happy for him. Obviously, there have been rumours that he's going to go Real Madrid, but they haven't really been as strong as last year. Like, last year, it was so strong. Like, it was pretty much confirmed before the transfer window even opened. But this year, it's not so much the same. It's a little bit different. So, I don't know whether he is going to move. I hope he doesn't, obviously, but I don't think he is. So, hopefully, we will keep him. Without De Gea, we would have been, like, 15th in the league last season because we were just atrocious at points. At left back, we have got Luke Shaw. It was going so well for him last season until he got injured. He got a horrible injury in the Champions League final. I feel so bad for him because he was actually doing quite well before he got injured, and it's just horrible seeing a player who, after having such a bad first season at a club, do well for the first 2 months of the season and then get injured for the rest of the season. Like, that is just so horrible to see, and I feel really bad for him. But obviously he's back to training now, I think. Hopefully he won't get injured again, and hopefully he'll have a much better season. So at centre back we've got Chris Smalling. I know I usually criticise our centre backs a lot because we're usually not very good, but he proved me wrong. Chris Smalling did last season. He showed that he is, without a doubt, our best defender and one of our best players overall. Like, he was so solid, and yeah, he made a few mistakes here and then. He's got a few own goals and got sent off in an FA Cup final, which is a little bit disappointing, but he's only human, and he's really proved me wrong. Hopefully he'll do even better this season, and yeah, obviously that will depend on whether Mourinho's tactics will suit him and the whole team overall, but I have no doubt he'll do much better this season. So next in the match is of course Eric Bertrand Bailey, our new signing. I'll be honest with you, I've not really heard of him until we signed. I've not really seen that many videos of him, but from what I have seen, he does look like a pretty decent defender. He's obviously quite young. I think he's like 21 or 22, so he's got a lot of time to grow. He's got a lot of potential. So yeah, hopefully he'll have a good season and he won't turn out to be a flop like many of our signings in the past have been, which have been very disappointing. But you know, I've got a feeling he'll be quite good. At right back, we've got Matteo Darmian. He started his first season brilliantly, but then it just didn't go well for him at all. I don't know what went wrong with him. Probably lacked a little bit of confidence, but you know, I don't really hate him. From what I've seen when he was actually good at the beginning of the season, he's very solid. He was very consistent. I don't think he's a flop, but I think he can do much better, and I have no doubt that he will do better this season. So I think he'll have a good season, and I don't really have that much criticism for him, to be honest with you. So, in the mid, we're going with Bastian Schweinsteiger. I never thought in a million years we would ever be able to sign him. Obviously, though, it did come with a little bit of a risk, seeing that he was the kind of player who got injured a lot. And he did get injured for quite a little bit of last season, which was very disappointing. But when he wasn't injured, he was quite good. He was usually very solid. And again, I wouldn't really say he's a flop. Obviously, I was aware that he was that kind of player who had injury problems, but you know, I wouldn't really say he's a flop. Like, he's quite good. Like, he's obviously not the most consistent player in the world, but he's still very solid when we need him to be. So I have no doubt he'll do very good this season if he manages to stay out of injuries. So yeah, not a lot to say about him. Just don't get injured and you'll be fine. The next centre midfielder is Morgan Schneiderlin. I just don't understand how Van Gaal would choose to play Fellaini of Schneiderlin, because it just baffles me. Like, Schneiderlin is just a brilliant defender. Like, maybe he's not always perfect, but when he is, he's just so solid and he's just so good. And I just don't understand how Van Gaal would play Fellaini over him. It just baffles me. Like, on paper, our team last season looked so solid, but Van Gaal's tactics just didn't work with the club. And if we had a better manager or better tactics or better both, then we could have done much better last season. But it just didn't work out that way, and that was very disappointing. But luckily for us, Van Gaal is now gone. We've got Mourinho in, and hopefully he'll use Schneiderlin more than Fellaini. And as Fellaini himself, well, I don't see him staying at the club. I don't really know what's going to happen with him, but yeah, we'll find out. So at Cam, we've got Wayne Rooney. It wasn't the best of seasons for Wayne Rooney. He didn't start very well. Towards the middle, he started doing really well. He was very consistent. Then he got injured. Obviously, he's now going to be playing in a bit of a deeper midfield role, like at centre midfield or Cam, where I put him. I don't really see him playing as a striker very much this season, because as harsh as it is, he's just not as good as he was in his earlier career. But I think he'll be alright. Like, I know he's not the best player in the world now. I know he's nowhere near as good as he used to be. And I know that his Euros did not go very well at all. But then neither did the rest of the England squad, so he's not the only one. So, I'm not really concerned about Rooney. I mean, he's still a good player, I think. I still think he's got a lot to offer. Obviously, he's now 30 years old. I mean, he's the captain of Man United. He's the captain of England. Like, that is a lot of pressure when you think about it. So, I don't really criticise him that much. Plus, he's very, very close to breaking Bobby Charlton's record of goals for Man United, and I've no doubt that he'll do that this season. I don't really see him scoring very much because, as I just said, he'll be playing in a much deeper midfield role, but I think he'll be alright. So yeah, I don't really have much criticism for him. Just hope he doesn't do. I just hope he's a little bit better than how he was at parts last season. So at left winger, we have got Anthony Martial. From the moment he scored against Liverpool on his debut, that's when we realised we have got someone very, very special in our hands. You know, for a 19-year-old going on to 20, in his first season at Man United, he was actually very, very good. He was one of our best players last season. I mean, I think him and De Gea are our two best players. I have no doubt that Mourinho will have a lot of confidence in him and will hopefully get him to perform even better. So yeah, high hopes for Martial. Hopefully he'll perform like hoping him to. So right wing, we've got Henrik Mkhitaryan, a rumoured signing. Apparently we've agreed a fee and we'll go do a medical. I don't really know if this is true or not, but if it is true, my god, what a signing this could be. He was brilliant for Dortmund last season. I just look at these stats. Like, if he does sign, then it will probably be one of our best ever signings. I don't know if we are going to get him for sure, but if he is willing to play Europa League in football instead of Champions League, then wow, it would honestly be so good for us. It just seems very likely that he's going to sign, so I'm putting him in there. So yeah, I'm just praying that he does sign, because it will be so good if he does. And at striker, we have got Zlatan Ibrahimovic. It has been confirmed that he is now a Man United player. It was confirmed yesterday on the 1st of July. Like, just wow, what a signing this could be. Just looking at this picture just makes me so hopeful for this next season. Like, I never thought in a million years would we ever get Ibrahimovic, especially seeing that we are even playing Champions League football. And I'm aware that he's had a lot of criticism. Obviously, he's 34 years old, he's coming to the end of his career, and we're only going to have him for about a year, probably. I'm not really expecting to like break records or anything, but I'm hoping that he will do well. Thing is, I've only just noticed that all of this criticism for Zlatan came when he started being linked to Man United. Like, before he was being linked to Man United, everyone was like, oh, he's a great player. He's so good for his age, he's just so good. But then when he started being linked to us, and after seeing how badly his Euros went for Sweden, everyone pretty much changed their minds, and they were all like, no, he's too old, he won't do anything for Man United next season, waste of a signing. Well, you know what I say? You're just jealous. You're jealous that we finally got a top class striker, and you don't, pretty much. Well, obviously it depends on what team you support, but still, my point is still very clear. I think he'll be just fine at Man United next year. regardless of how old he is and his current state. I'm not expecting him to break records, but if he could score a decent amount of goals, that would be great. And if we are only going to have him for 1 year, then oh well, at least we can say that Zlatan Ibrahimovic played for our club. So that is it. That is my predicted starting 11 for Manchester United. Now I'm aware I left out a few players. For example, Marcus Rashford. I think he'll be used more as an impact sub next season. I don't really see him starting many games, considering we've got Martial, Ibrahimovic and Mkhitaryan up front. A little bit annoying, but I think he'll be good as an impact sub, so I think he'll be alright. I don't see him leaving, but if Mourinho does decide to sell him or put him on loan, then I will not be best pleased about that. Other players such as Paul Pogba, who've been linked with, I didn't put in because I just don't see it happening. Like, I don't see why he would come to a club with Europa League football when he could stay at Juventus, who have Champions League football, or go to someone like Barcelona and Real Madrid. Like, it just doesn't seem likely to me. So yeah, that is my team. If you've got any opinions about it, let me know in the comments down below. I'll probably do another Premier League team next, someone like maybe Arsenal, Man City. Hope you all enjoy this video. It'll be a long time to make. And yeah, I will see you on another video very soon. Goodbye.